We finish so many topics, and this is class for us to do the review, okay? Yeah. Some of the questions are easy, some of the questions are hard, okay? And let's see here. Look at this first one. Hey, Angela, go ahead, read the question. Let's see.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. What is the coordinate of the midpoint of line FB if point F is at 0 and point B is at 6?
Okay, so this is F0, B at 6. This is 1D, okay? Yeah, so you just have one value. You don't have X, Y, you just have the X value. How do you get the midpoint? What's the midpoint formula? You just plus them together, divide by 2. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Does this make sense?
Yes.
Okay. If you have 1D, you have x1, x2. Then your midpoint is x1 plus x2 over 2. If you have 2D, x1, y1, x2, y2, then your midpoint is x1 plus x2 over 2, and then y1 plus y2 over 2. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Now, number 2. Find the length of the segment with the endpoints of this. These are the 2 endpoints. Valeria, do you remember the distance formula?
Yes.
What's the distance formula if you were given?
It's the square root of what is it? X1 minus X2 plus Y. Wait, does it start with Y1? I think it does.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You can start with X. Doesn't matter.
It's the square root of X1 minus X2 squared plus 1 minus Y2 squared.
Yes, there you go. And then you can plug in, okay? Yes. Go ahead, plug in. Do this minus this square, and then do this guy minus this guy square. You got here. What should this equal?
225.
Let's do this way.
Oh.
You do this 81 plus 144, and then this is 225. And then square root is 15. It's kind of too slow. Let's do this way. We know 3, 4, 5, do we?
Yes.
3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 3 is 12. 5 times 3 is 15, correct?
Yes.
Oh, there you go. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Angela, I suppose you remember the definition of acute angle, right angle, obtuse angle, as straight angle. This is less than, and this less than
90
degree. This is
90 degrees.
This is
More than 90 degrees.
okay. This one
180.
very good. So what does the linear pair means? Do you remember we talked about the linear pair postulate? Kind of remember?
Yes.
BAT. So this is B, this is A, this is T, and this is E, okay? Well, I draw the opposite direction. So this is BAT as obtuse. Then EAT will be?
Acute angle.
Acute angle, that's right, okay, makes sense. Now, Valeria, let's do number 5.
Okay.
We first solve the equation to find the x. Go ahead, please.
So for x plus 3 equals 6x minus 13.
Next.
Negative 2x equals negative 16. So x equals.
Very good. X equals?
8.
There you go. So angle 1 will equals. Oh, we can figure out this first. Let's figure out this first.
Yeah, so 4 times 8 is 32, and then 32 plus 3 is 35.
Okay. Then angle 1 equals
180 degrees minus 35.
mhm,
So that's 120. No, 100. 145.
145. Okay. The reason I keep you both doing those mental math questions to help you be ready for the PSAT. There is non-calculator session. Okay. Now this one I don't think is hard. You can handle it. This next, this is a midpoint. Yes, midpoint formula. I list the formula here, so you should be able to write down. Next one. Angela, let's read question 8, please.
Okay. If line EB bisects angle AED and measure DEB equals 61, find measure of angle AED.
This two piece equal, right?
Yeah.
And the DEB is 61, right?
Yes.
Let's see here. AED is split into 2 equal pieces. So this piece equals this piece. And they also tell you BED or DEB is 61. So you write down here as 61, correct?
Yes.
This is angle bisector. The measurement of this piece will equal this piece. So this part will also be 61, correct?
Yes.
So their summation together will be 122. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Valerio, let's see number 9. What's the definition for being supplementary?
It's when 2 angles equal 180 degrees.
Okay, so for number 1, this is complementary.
Yeah.
Complementary if 2 angle summation is 90 degree. Okay, this is not called supplementary. For here, these 2, of course, they are supplementary. These 2, are they supplementary?
No.
No. How about this one? Angle 1 and angle 2.
Yes.
Yes, because when you show here, that means these 2 lines perpendicular, 90 degree, 90 degree. So plus together is also 180, right?
Yes.
Number 9. Okay, next question. We list angle 1 equals angle 2. We can solve x. And the linear pair, we have no problem. I go faster because I want to spend the time for those hard questions, okay? Supplementary definition, this is also easy. This one is also easy. Angela, let's do 14. Yeah, go ahead and read the question.
Television screen measures approximately 15.5 inches high and 19.5 inches wide. The television is advertised by giving the approximate length of the diagonal of its screen. How should this television be advertised?
Okay, this is 15.5. This is 19.5, correct?
Yes.
So you want to get the diagonal. So diagonal, you can use the Pythagorean theorem, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we do this guy square plus that guy
Plus-
square.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, this thing for sure has to use calculator. That number is too big. Okay, yeah. Well, let's see number 15. This looks complicated, but actually it's not. Yeah, you can go ahead and read and we can do it.
Assign a coordinate system for a baseball diamond and a point A in the field as follows. point C is 0, 0. D is 90, 0.
Mhm.
E is 90, 90. A is 280, 20, and then B is 0, 90.
Okay.
If a right fielder throws the baseball from point A to third base, point B, how far does the ball travel?
So how long is this one? We will do the distance formula. This point xy was given. This point xy was also given. So you do here minus here square, plus here minus there square, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Am I too fast? Yeah, I suppose those questions are not hard for both of you, okay? Yeah. Next one. This is just those angle relationship, okay? About those alternate interior angle, alternate exterior angle, same side interior angle, same side exterior angle. You shouldn't have trouble. All the question here is algebra 1. Look at this question. This is the fall semester review for geometry, okay? This asking you for slope of -3. You see the negative. This is positive. This is positive. This guy is the only guy who is negative slope. So that's it, right? Passing 0, 3, 0, 3, that's the y-intercept, okay? And next line, they ask you the slope. To do a slope with 2 lines, Angela, what's the slope calculation formula? Go ahead, please.
For number, it's x. Oh, sorry. Y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2.
Yeah. So if you do y2 minus y1, it is also the same, okay? Look,
Okay.
as long as you are consistent, if you put 2 in front, you put 2 in front. If you put 1 in front, then you put 1 in front, okay? Yeah, don't switch in the wrong way, okay? Let's see here. Yeah, I want to go to those hard questions early, okay? I suppose all of you should be able to handle those questions. Let me just make sure over here. Valerio, let's do 27.
7.
Yes.
Name the equation of the line through the points. You need to find the slope first.
Sure. How do we calculate the slope?
So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Yeah.
Equals?
Equals -8 over -4. So that's a slope of 2.
And then point slope format.
Yeah. So then y minus y1 equals this slope times x minus x1.
There you go. Correct.
Yes.
So y minus 10 equals to 2x minus 4, right?
Yes.
Y equals?
Y equals 2x plus 6.
There you go. Okay, very good. Now, Angela, look at 28. The given equation is this. How do we find the x-intercept and y-intercept? Go ahead, please.
The
X-intercept, you will make y equals 0, okay? Yes.
yeah, okay.
So for x-intercept, what's the definition of x-intercept? You have a long I,
Yeah.
y value is 0, so you make y equals 0, okay? Let y equal 0. Next.
Then it's so 6x equals 8. I mean 18.
Mhm. X equals?
3.
There you go. And we do y-intercept. That
X equals 0.
x equals 0. Mhm.
So 9y equals 18. So 9 equals, y equals 2.
So what's your x-intercept?
0, comma, wait. 3, comma 0.
Thank you. 3, comma 0. Because you make y equals 0, you write down 3, comma 0. That's your x-intercept. Y-intercept is,
Oh, y-intercept is 0, comma 2.
there you go. That's why we choose C, okay? Yeah, I believe both of you take the PSAT in October. So this is a good preparation for that test, okay? Next. I think you both can handle this. That's not hard at all. Let me just make sure. Valeria, let's go ahead and do 32.
Okay, so
Okay, hold on. Let me ask you to do 31 first. Go do 31, please.
oh,
Go do 31.
Okay, so this you need to plug this line in the point and the line into a point slope format, and then the slope is going to be -4 because it's a parallel line.
Yes, slope is -4. And then?
So the equation is y minus 7 equals -4, and then in parentheses x plus 2.
There you go. So y minus 7 equals to -4x minus 8, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, they already give us this format. So we are looking for this one. A.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Angela, let's do 32, please.
Okay. Do I read it? Name the equation of a line parallel to y equals -4x plus 9 passing through point -2, comma 7.
Yeah, I ask you to read this one.
Oh, sorry. Name the equation of a line perpendicular to y minus 4 equals 3 times x minus 8 with a y-intercept of 6.
Okay. Do you remember when we do the perpendicular line, their slope product equals? -1, right?
Yes.
For example, you have y equals to x. Okay. If you have y equals to x, that's y equals to x line, okay? It's a straight line. If you say y equals to -x, their slope product is -1. If you change this to 2, this guy has to change to 0.5, okay? So that these two lines will be perpendicular. Make sense?
Yes.
So based on this information, you were given the y-intercept, and you can tell your line's slope. What's the slope? What's the line slope? Who times this equals to -1? 3 times 1/3 is 1, correct?
Yes.
So 3 times -1/3 is -1. Make sense?
Yes.
So you know the slope is -1/3, okay? Make sense?
Yes.
And you get the y-intercept. Do you remember the points, the slope intercept format is kx plus b.
Yes.
So what's the result?
Uh,
The slope is negative 1/3. The y-intercept here is 6. So
oh,
that
y equals 1/3 x plus 6.
that's it. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to have the foundation ready here. Okay, yeah, it's going to be September very soon, and your school still have a lot of works every day. So we want to get
Yeah.
those ready for the test.
Okay.
Next question. Next question is definitely a hard question. That's a question I want to talk about. So Valeria, look at here. Yeah, you are learning geometry this year, right, at your school. You are learning.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So if you take regular class, they won't ask you this question. If you take pre-AP, that's a question they ask you. Now let's do this together. Yeah, I don't want to teach you too easy thing that you can handle. I want to teach you the hard thing that you cannot do by yourself. ABC, both of you, please draw a triangle ABC. After you draw the ABC, you put all the points there by putting that on the side. Draw it nicely, and then we can move on. Finished?
Yes.
All right. Read here.
Write the equation of the line containing the perpendicular bisector of line BC.
Oh, we want to review what is the perpendicular bisector. If you want to draw the perpendicular bisector, number one, you want to pick the midpoint of this line. Midpoint, this piece equals this piece, okay? That's midpoint. Number two, this line has to be perpendicular to this line. So you satisfy both. Part A, you have to make this to equal. Part B, you have to make this to be 90 degrees, okay? Make sense?
Yes.
So we know the line here pass the midpoint. You know the B and the C. Can you get the position of D, please? By using the midpoint. Go ahead. What's the position of D? What's the coordinates for point D? Use the midpoint formula. Okay. What's the D coordinates? This is x1, y1, x2, y2. Who is D, Valeria? Valeria, what's the D position?
So X is 2, and then Y is 4. So
There you go. Very good. You do -2 plus 6 divided by 2. So that's 2. You do -4 plus 12 divided by 2. So 4. All right. Now you know the point here. Look at here. This line and this line are perpendicular, correct?
yes.
Okay. Now, if these two lines are perpendicular, this guy's slope times this guy's slope equals?
Equals -1.
Can you please calculate the slope of BC? How much is the slope of BC?
2.
So slope of BC is 2. If the BC slope is 2, how much is this pink line slope?
-1/2.
Very good. Very good. The last step. You know the point. You know the slope. Can we do the point slope format? Can you do it? Y minus 4 equals -1/2 times x minus 2. All right? Yeah, here you go. Can you finish and tell me the simplified result? Will be what? What's your answer?
Y equals -1/2 x plus 5.
There you go. Very good. How do you feel about this question now?
Better.
Okay. So you notice that the difference between middle school and high school is like this. Middle school, they ask you, hey, what's the midpoint position? Oh, they ask you, hey, these two lines are perpendicular. What's the slope for this one? Okay. Oh, they say, I know this position is 2, 4, and I know this slope is -1/2. What is my equation for this pink line? That's for middle school level. For high school, you need to figure out those steps by yourself. Right? You read the question. Oh, BC, perpendicular bisector. Who is perpendicular bisector? You look for the midpoint first, and then you do the perpendicular line. That is called the perpendicular bisector. Okay? Does this make sense?
Yes.
Angela, I want you to repeat.
Yes.
Yeah, I want you to repeat the way I teach you just now. Yeah. Like
Okay,
step 1, step 2. Okay.
Okay. For point A.
Point D. Yeah. Point.
Oh.
No, you do. Just read my procedure and explain what did
Okay.
we do.
Okay, so for you're using point B and point C to find the XY for point D.
Okay. By using the midpoint formula, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
And then
Next.
So it's -2 plus 6.
Yes.
-2 plus
Over
6 over 2. And so the first for x is that one, and then the second one is -4 plus 12 over 2.
Yes.
And then you divide, and then you get 2, 4.
Yes. Next step. Step 2.
Step 2 is the slope for point B and point C. You do 12 plus 4 over
yes.
plus 6 plus 2, which is 2.
Yes. Step 3.
Step 3 is the slope of the line.
The pink line.
Yeah, the pink line. And then
because they are perpendicular, so their slope product is -1, right?
Yes.
So if this line slope is 2, this line slope will be you are looking for 2's reciprocal first. 2 reciprocal is 1/2. And then you put a negative. Okay,
Okay.
make sense now?
Yes.
Not finished yet. Last step. You know this point?
Yeah.
Mhm. Go ahead, read it. You know the point here? You know the slope
Yeah.
here. So you plug into the point slope format, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, let's see. Question 34. Angela, I want you to do this one. Question 34 is asking you the equation, which is containing the altitude to BC. If you want to draw the altitude to BC, you start from point A, right?
Yes.
And then you draw a perpendicular here. Make sense?
Yes.
So you pass this point and your slope is? The slope is the same as the pink, right?
Yes.
So can you tell me how do I write down this line equation? Go ahead. Y minus?
Y minus Y.
It passed A, so it passed this point. Go ahead.
Y
Minus?
Y
18.
Y1
Y minus 18 equals?
equals -1/2 times x minus x1.
Which is 2, right?
Yes.
The difference between 33 and 34 is 33, you have this slope, but you pass this point. 34 is you have the same slope as the pink line because this is also perpendicular to BC. Same slope with the pink one, but pass the new point of A. Does this make sense to you now?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe right now you are not able to do this question independently by yourself. That's why you have to practice to reach to this level.
Okay.
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 This level question are for students who already go beyond the 90 and try to reach to 95 or even higher. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you are in pre-AP class, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you will have this kind of question.
Okay.
Yeah. Now next, doing those graph, I think you shouldn't have problem. Well, let's just double check. Valeria, how do we graph for this line? Which one is correct?
You can simplify it into
6y equals?
so 6y equals -4 plus 24. So then divide by 6, and then y equals -2/3 plus 4.
There you go. So we can tell it has the y-intercept of 0,4, right?
Yes.
There you go. Oh, now we can do this way. We can also do this way. Let's see here. X equals to 6, y equals 0, correct?
Yes.
You see, 6, 0. X equals 0, y equals 4. Makes sense? So it passed 0, 4, and 6, 0, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Is my speed too fast?
No.
Okay, good. Well, all of this following question is for translation, reflection, rotation, and dilation. We haven't learned this. We will learn this in the next 15 class of geometry, okay? All my algebra 1 and geometry are 4 years course. So we finish, this is the part 1, and then we will finish the next 15 class. Then we can come back to this kind of question, okay? So don't worry about 38 to 48. You can skip that, definitely. Yeah. So you don't worry about that. Yeah, we come to the proportions, remember? Triangle similarities. All right. Hey, Angela, read question 51, please.
Okay. When he bowls, Jimmy uses the sight marks to aim the ball. Suppose he misses the mark by 5 centimeters in a bowling alley that is 15 meters long. If the mark is 2 meters from point A, when the ball is released, how much will he miss the pin?
If they don't draw the graph, that's going to be a tricky question for those words problem. But if they already show the graph, the proportion is ready. How do we write down the equation? Triangle similarity, we did it just now, very recently.
Wait.
This guy divided by this guy equals this guy divided by this guy, correct?
Yes.
Proportion, right?
Yes.
This triangle and this triangle are similar triangle. So of course the corresponding part are proportional, correct?
Yes.
Will this question happens in the PSAT? Yes. Okay, that's why we prepare you. Make sense?
Yes.
Now, Valeria, let's do 53. You can read the question and we can write down the equation.
To find the distance x across a river, a surveyor located points W, A, T, E, and R through direct measurement. Find the distance across the river.
Okay. Can you please write down the equation?
Okay, so is it?
Let me rotate this.
So we can say 48 over, I guess, x.
This guy over this guy, right? Yes.
Oh.
You see here, okay. Look, this two angle equal. This two angle equal, right?
Oh, yes.
You have to make sure when you write down the proportion, you are doing those corresponding part. This angle opposite is 84. This angle opposite is 48. So 48 over 84, right?
Yes.
Equals?
Equals 56 over x.
There you go. Make sense to you?
Yes.
Can we? I don't want to do this times this and divide by that. Too slow.
Yeah.
Do the simplification as early as possible, okay?
Okay. So for the left side, you can divide both sides by 12.
So this guy divided by 12 is 4.
4, and then 7.
Very good. Next.
you can divide the top.
Sure.
So divide by
We
4.
do cross multiplication. Yes, that's very good. Yeah, we
Oh,
can
oh.
simplify again. Yes. Very good mental math. 1,
1 is 14.
there you go. And then x equals
So x equals 92.
98. Okay, all right. It's okay, you get it wrong. You still don't use calculator to do those simple things. You use your mental math. The more you do it, the smarter you become, okay? Yeah. I do have some high school students, already 12th grade, because they have the habit of using calculator for every calculation. So for the non-calculate session, doesn't matter how long they practice, they still do really bad because they cannot do number sense. They cannot do mental math. 55, 55, Angela. We learned the triangle angle bisector theorem. If these two equal, what's the equation? If these two equal, what's the equation?
It's the
X plus 6 divided by this equals
x plus 6 over x plus 6 over 16 equals x over 8.
very good. Can we simplify this? Look, I explained to you before, right? If they stay on the bottom, yes, you can simplify. If they stay on the same side, you can simplify. If they stay on the top, you can simplify. But you cannot simplify. You cannot simplify with these two numbers, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right, look at here. How do we simplify? You can do it?
Yeah. Yes.
16 over 8 is how much?
1/2.
Okay. And then you do cross multiplication. Cross multiplication, okay?
Yeah. 2x equals x plus 6.
X equals 6.
Yes.
That's it. Next is also those triangle similarity proportion, okay? Yeah. This is just triangle similarity proportions. Let's see. 60, question 60. All right. Valeria, let's try this one.
Do I read it?
Read it. Yes, please.
In the figure, line BD bisects angle ABE. Line BE.
Oh, hold on. BD bisect ABE. Look, I always have the habit of doing words problem this way. When you read it, go ahead and mark something, okay? And you read the next one, you go ahead and mark it. By the time you finish reading, you have everything listed there and you are ready to go, okay? So if this bisects this, and you call this X, this will also be X, correct?
Yes.
All right, next, go ahead.
Line BE bisects angle ABG.
BE, bisector ABG, right?
Yes.
Okay. So this two piece equal. If this guy is 2x, how much is this?
Also 2x.
Very good. And next,
Angle EBF equals 37 degrees.
oh, 37. Well, we already say this piece is 2x. Now you tell me this is 37. That piece will be 2x minus 37, right?
Yes.
Last condition.
Angle CBG
Mhm.
equals 44 degrees.
All right. Here x, here x. This is 37. This is 2x minus 37. That's 44. Look at this figure. What equation you want to write?
Um, 2x minus 37 equal, wait, no.
All of this is
Oh,
flat.
all of this is one, oh, yeah.
Let's go ahead and write down the equation.
X plus 37 plus 2x minus 37 plus 44 equals 180.
Mhm. Yeah, I have a 12th grader student. She already studied with me for SAT for more than 1 year. Okay. Yeah, for the college application. Yeah, doesn't matter how many practice she did, she's still struggling with all different kind of either algebra was problem or geometry was problem. So those training need to start early. If you never try this in those early age, even already in 12th grade, you still struggle a lot. So early is better. What we can do?
Those cancel out.
Yeah, so combine the like term.
Yeah, so 4x plus 44 equals 180.
For x equals.
4x equals 136. Oh,
You know, I always like to do the simple way. Yeah, 44,
yeah.
4, 180. All of them are divisible by 4, right?
Yes.
Divide everybody by 4. This is x plus,
X plus 11.
yes, equals 180 over 2 is 90. 90 over 2 is
45.
There you go. X equals,
X equals 34.
that's right. Makes sense now.
Yes.
Very good. Angela, does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Now let's read the 61.
Angle ABC and angle CBD are adjacent congruent angles and measure ABD equals 160. What are the two possible measures for angle ABC?
Okay. A, B, C, right? And C, B, D, correct?
Yes.
They are congruent. If they are congruent and they say ABD is 160, yes?
Yes.
ABD is 160. So that guy is 160 and this guy is 80, correct?
Yes.
Okay. But what's going on that they put another angle there? What does that mean? First, for sure, you know 80 is one of the choice. So this E will be wrong, B is wrong, and D is wrong, correct?
Yes.
And then we will do the other way. We will see here if I draw this way. Look, I call this A, B, D. I call this ABD, okay? All right,
Okay.
this guy is 160. But I draw the line in the other direction. I draw this line there. And this two piece equal. This is ABC. This guy and this guy equal. Can we also draw that way?
Yes.
Oh, so when we draw this way, look, how much will be ABC? This is 160. Whole circle is how much?
380. I mean 360.
So we do 360 minus 160 equals
200.
200. And then because this two equal, so 200 over 2 will be 100.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those questions will make students feel confused in the test because everybody can figure out this 80, okay? That's easy. But when you see the answer choices, you feel confused. But you have to discard those things. You might ask me, teacher, what will happen if I'm not able to figure out this puzzle? I only get this. How can I choose the correct answer? Number one, you are 100% sure this is the correct one. So 80 has to be in your answer choices. This one, no, no, no. Choose A or choose C. Well, they already told you this, so you can put it. You can say, hey, I'm going to make ABC to be 100 degree. Oh, and the CBD also 180, 100, 100, 100, 200. Well, 360, that is 160. Does this satisfy? Yes.
Yes.
So for multiple choice questions, they give you those hints. The one part answer is easy to fix, to find out. So you find this one. The other one you cannot find out. Then you can do, see here, does 160 work? If I make ABC to be 160, and the other also be 160, that will be 320. 360 minus 320 equals
440.
That's wrong. Okay. Yeah. If you can do this in the first time, very good. If you cannot, you do the other way. You still can make the right choice. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a good question. This one is a good question.
Okay.
Oh, 65. Well, let's see 65. Valeria, let's see 65. I want you to read the question and we work on together.
In triangle ABC, line BD and line CD are angle bisectors. And line CE is parallel to line BD. If the measure of angle BAC is 70 degrees, what is the measure of angle DCE?
Okay. Oh, this sounds a hard question, right?
Yes.
Okay. We do the way I teach you both before. Even though we don't know how to solve it, we don't feel panic. We start with the given condition. Who was given? This guy is the angle bisector, yes?
Yes.
Same thing for here. So angle B is measurement of angle 1 plus measurement of angle 2. These two equal, you replaced. So you have 2 times measurement of angle 2, correct?
Yes.
Angle C, this guy, will also be double of angle 4, correct?
Yes.
All right. Now, look. Measurement A plus B plus C equals to 180, correct?
Yes.
This is 70. I copy down this 70. Yes?
Yes.
Oh, measurement of angle B is 2 times of measurement of angle 2. Measurement of angle C is 2 times of measurement of angle 4, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you plus them together and you take 2 out. You first minus 70. So this is 110. 2 times this equals to 110. So this 2 plus together equals to 55. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Measurement of angle 2 plus measurement of angle 4 equals to 55. All right. So far, so good.
Yes.
Now we come back to this triangle. In this triangle, does this guy plus this guy plus this guy equals?
360.
Really?
Or sorry, 180. 180.
Okay, this is 180. Now you tell me this 2 plus together is 55. So this guy has to be
180 minus 55, so 100.
equals,
125.
there you go, 125. Oh, this angle equals 125. They ask you who? DCE. Look at here. These two lines are,
Parallel.
these two angles are,
Congruent.
this two angle is,
Alternate interior angles.
so they are congruent. So this guy equals to 125. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Can you repeat the way I did? I
Uh,
show you the notes, you can explain. Go ahead.
okay, so the measure of angle B equals angle 1 plus angle 2.
Mhm.
It's an angle bisector, so they're the same measure. So that equals 2 of 2 times angle 2. And then angle C is this kind of the same.
Mhm.
So it equals 2 times measure of angle 4.
Mhm.
So the entire triangle, the big one, measure of angle A plus the measure of angle B plus the measure of angle C equals 180 degrees.
Okay.
And then you just substitute the values. So 70 plus 2 times the measure of angle 2 plus 2 times the measure of angle 4 equals 180.
Yes.
And then you can subtract 70 from both sides, and then I guess group them together, because it's like simplifying it.
Sure.
So then you divide by 2.
Mhm.
You get that measure of angle 2 plus the measure of angle 4 equals 55.
Yes.
Okay, and then the measure of BDC plus the measure of angle 2 plus the measure of angle 4 equals 180. Since that's a small triangle,
Mhm.
BDC equals 25 since you subtract 55.
Right.
125, sorry. And then since BDC and then DCE are alternate interior angles,
Right.
it equals 125.
Yes. Okay. I call this kind of complicated question. I give those name as baking. Okay, you are doing baking. So you need to take care of the white part and the yellow part. Yeah, you mix the white part, make it ready for the cream, and you make your yolk part ready, okay? With those flour and chocolate, vanilla, whatever. And then when you get these two pieces ready, you put it in the oven and heat it, okay? So this ability is not to be born. This ability is trained, okay? You do hard work, you will get this skill, and this skill will help you so much for make you go to the top school. That's for today's class. There are still other questions. I do have my solutions there. I don't think they are hard enough. So you can review those questions by yourself, okay? Those slope definition, distance formulas, okay? Those angle relationship, you can all handle it. From 73, those pink questions, we haven't taught this, we haven't learned this yet. So hold those questions until we start next class, okay? So today for this review, you don't need to worry about the pink part. So this thing you can skip. You can skip the pink part because we haven't learned the right triangle similarity, which is one of the hardest topic. But I think all the other questions, you can handle it. And those transformation part, you don't need to worry either. We will learn it later, okay? Those things I have already mentioned here. Yeah, you can skip. All the other thing, I give you the blank worksheet. So I want you to practice. This kind of review will help you to get very good grade for your test or quiz, okay? That's for today's class, and I see you next week. I will upload the video also, okay? Bye-bye.